Search referral marketing strategies and you'll get the same list of tactics every time. Run a competition and make people share it to enter. Get everybody to invite 3 friends to unlock a prize. Hand out gift cards. And somewhere in there, just do what Dropbox did in 2008. None of those tactics are wrong, it's just that a gym and an insurance broker got handed the same set of strategies. One sees their customer 3 times a week, usually mid-endorphin rush. The other might only speak to theirs once a year at renewal by email. So there isn't one referral marketing strategy, there's yours. And to start sketching it out, consider these 3 questions. Who can actually refer you? How often can you reach them? And what is one of them worth? I'm not going to pretend one video can answer those for your business. What I can do is show you how to answer them yourself. And the quickest way to do that is to look at the size of your business, because that one thing moves all 3 answers at once. So let's answer those 3 questions at 3 different stages. Starting out, growing, and established. See which one sounds like you. Stage 1. You're starting out. You have no customers yet, or barely any. The few you do have can absolutely refer somebody, it just won't add up to enough to make a dent, because only a small share of any customer base even refers. That doesn't mean referrals are off the table, it means that your referrers are different people. When you're starting out, your referrers are your network, your partners, and anyone who already has the audience you want. If your business lives online, that means borrowing someone else's audience. Newsletter writers, community owners, YouTubers. If your business is offline, it's whoever serves your customer before you do, like the plumber who meets the homeowner before the solar company does. You might hear this called affiliate marketing. Call it what you like, it works the same way. Somebody sends somebody, and you need to know who to thank and who to pay. It's word of mouth marketing with a paper trail. So that's who can refer you. At this stage, not your customers. This is where referral marketing usually goes wrong because people run it on memory. Someone says, "Oh, Sarah sent me." You make a mental note and 3 months later, you have no idea who sent what or what you owe them. So give every referrer their own referral link and track it from the start. Referral Factory tracks who referred who, whether that's a customer, an affiliate, a partner, or a creator with an audience. Here's a warning if you're just starting out. Most advice aimed at businesses your size points you at a competition with a referral mechanic because refer to win campaigns tend to get you a lot of names very fast. They also get you a database full of people who wanted a free iPad. If you're going to try this, make the price something only your actual customer would want and take the shorter list of better fit leads. Stage 2. You're growing. Now you have real customers, and here's what's true at this stage that won't be true later. You can still reach them one at a time. Maybe you know their names. Maybe you've just got a list small enough to write to properly. Either way, the ask can still be personal, and a personal ask is usually the highest converting thing you'll do in referral marketing. What a personal ask looks like, well, it depends on your business. If you speak to your customers, ask on the call, right after they've told you something is working. If you never speak to them, send an email that reads like a person wrote it to the customers you already know are happy. The ask doesn't need to be automated yet, and it's better if it isn't. The tracking should be automated from day one though. Ask like a human, track like a machine. Here's the principle most businesses miss when they ask for referrals. Asking once doesn't work. When you ask somebody in the moment, they usually don't have anyone in mind. Somebody buys a car from you, you ask them who else is in the market, and they go blank. Not because they don't want to help, but because nobody has a list of friends who need a car sitting in their head. So the job isn't to get a name on the spot, it's to be remembered later. When a friend of theirs finally says, "Oh, I'm thinking of changing my car." How often you ask depends on your business. Run a gym and you're in front of customers 3 or 4 times a week, so the reminders can be casual and constant. Be an insurance broker and you get 2 conversations a year, so each one has to carry more weight, timed to a renewal or a claim that you handled well. So that's how often you can reach them. At this stage, not often enough to waste one. Stage 3, you're established. Your referrers are still your customers, but there are enough of them now that you can't ask one at a time. And people have a relationship with your brand rather than with you personally. Here's the part that surprises people about an established referral program. Building it is the easy bit. The whole game becomes promoting it and keeping it fresh. Build a beautiful program for 50,000 customers. Never tell them it exists, and it does nothing at all. That isn't a broken program, that's a program nobody has heard of. So map your touch points. Write out every point at which your business talks to a customer. Then decide which of those moments carries the ask. Online, that's the welcome email, a banner inside the account they log into, the confirmation email nobody thinks of as marketing, the moment somebody leaves a 5-star review. Offline, it's the invoice, the QR code on the thank you card, the technician standing in someone's kitchen having just fixed the boiler. Either way, put it in your staff email signatures and get your sales team asking out loud. Time your asks to your industry too, not just to one happy customer. Roofers should be asking the week after a big storm. There's a moment every year when your customers are already talking about you, and your referral program should be standing there when they do. The number to watch at this stage is how many of the people you asked actually did something. An online tutoring company running their referral program on Referral Factory got 22% of their contact list taking part. That's a very good number, and it's still only 1 in 5. If that number is climbing, your program is healthy. If it's flat, your program probably isn't broken, it's invisible, and you go back to your touch points. So that's how referral marketing strategies shift across the 3 stages. Starting out, growing, established. Now, here's the part that applies whatever stage you're at. It's the last of the 3 questions we started with, what one customer is actually worth to you. That number decides how big a reward you can afford and how much human attention a single referral is worth. Let's say a customer is worth $25,000 to you and you've only got a few hundred of them. Then one referral is worth real effort, a big reward, paid once a deal is actually signed. A salesperson calling the referrer to say thank you properly and walking the referred friend in by hand. One referral pays for the whole quarter. A solar company we work with runs their referral program exactly like that. Referrals became their single biggest source of new business inside 6 months. And across the first year, the program brought in 3,700 referred leads, 38% of which converted. Now say a customer is worth $40 and you've got 100,000 of them. Nobody is phoning anybody, so you flip it. A small reward paid automatically, and all of that effort goes into promotion and automated follow-up instead. The software does the job the salesperson was doing. What doesn't change is the plumbing underneath. Either way, somebody has to know who referred who. The friend on the other end has to get introduced properly, and the reward has to actually arrive. That job is identical at $40 and $25,000. It's only the size of the reward and the amount of human attention around it that moves. So that's where your focus goes. At $25,000 customer, you spend it perfecting the ask. At $40, you spend it making sure everybody knows your customer referral program exists. Whatever a customer is worth to you, the reason to bother is the same. That tutoring company converted 53% of their referred leads. Their paid ads, by comparison, converted 8%. A customer through any other channel was costing them about $375. That's the comparison to run for your own business. There are a few more strategic decisions behind any referral program. Exactly what that reward should be. Once you know what a customer costs you today, when you hand it over, and who you launch to first, because you'll usually want to adjust something once you see how people respond. We've written about each of those at length over on the Referral Factory blog, so if you want to go deeper on any one of them, there's plenty there. So to recap, whatever stage your business is at, your referral marketing strategy comes down to 3 questions. Who can refer you? How often can you reach them? And what is one of them worth? Starting out, your referrers are your network and your partners, and you track them from day 1. Growing, they're your customers, and the ask can still be personal, aimed at the ones you know are happy. Established, they're still your customers, but the job has quietly changed from building the thing to making sure everybody knows it exists. Referral marketing is the same job at every stage. Somebody recommends you and you make sure that gets noticed, tracked and rewarded. What changes is who that somebody is and where you ask them. Referral Factory is customer referral software, and we've watched this play out across thousands of programs in just about every industry there is. If you want help working out what your version looks like, book a demo and talk it through with our team.